If you've been feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, irritated, like things just are not going your way and you cannot seem to get a leg up or make moves forward in whatever way it is that you have been trying to grow and evolve your life, your energy, your business, your reality, your relationships, this new moon in Gemini is going to feel like a breath of fresh air. It is giving each and every single one of us the opportunity to catapult forward into the timeline of our choosing, into our highest, most organic timeline for ascension. In this video, we're going to talk about the energies of the new moon ascension portal, what exactly is going on here, and what exactly we can do to maximize these energies and the possibility for shifting timelines and realities moving forward. This beautiful, beautiful portal of energy is occurring on 6/6, which is why we call it the new moon ascension portal. The number 6 represents the energy of ascension, with the 0 or the circle representing the wheel of reincarnation, the wheel of karma, and the point of the 6 representing our ascension up and out. So this is a really, really big, powerful energy that we experience every year. And this year, 2024, being the year that we are shifting timelines so dramatically, being a leap year, those of you who are familiar with this channel will be familiar with this energy, but for those who are not, first of all, welcome. And second of all, that's what this year is all about. It is a quantum leap forward, hence the term leap year. The fact that this 6/6 portal is occurring during the new moon makes this energy that much more magnified. And the fact that Venus is in conjunction with the sun and the moon during this ascension portal really just kind of puts it over the top, so to speak. The energy of Venus is the energy of the heart. It's the energy of love, relationship, creation, beauty, abundance. So it's a gorgeous energy to be experiencing in exact conjunction with the sun and the moon. This means that we are receiving powerful heart-opening activations, heart codes, and frequencies that are allowing us to develop and cultivate a deeper harmony as represented by the number 6 with ourselves and in our relationships with others. This Venus energy is inspiring us to greater heights. It is unlocking spaces within our heart space, spaces within our energy body, spaces within our field, to allow a more harmonious flow of energy, to allow us to really tap into that infinite loop of balanced giving and receiving. And this theme of harmony and balance we're going to see repeating as we move through this video, because it is so essential and it is such a big part of this energy. There's a powerful energy here of balancing the masculine and feminine energies within ourselves. And I was really feeling this 6/6 ascension portal as a big portal for twin flames as well. So whether we're looking at this as the interplay of our own masculine and feminine energies, or whether we're looking this as the interplay between us and a divine counterpart that is an outer manifestation or representation of one of these internal energies, we are going to be drawn during this portal and this energy towards people and places that are going to stimulate our spiritual growth and our ascension. So if you are in a twin flame connection consciously, you're going to notice the signs and synchronicities ramping up. You may notice a calling towards that person, or at least towards a deeper understanding and evaluation of the circumstances within your connection, the lessons that you learned, and really an opportunity to internalize those and apply those to a deeper level. For people who have not experienced that type of connection in the physical world, some of you who are meant to are going to be calling that energy in. And others of us are going to be working with that energy in the etheric realms, in the astral planes, in the dream time and the dreamscape as well. And we are going to be exchanging energy activations with this aspect of the self, with this counterpart to our energy, this complement to our energy. The activations, the heart and love activations coming through here, they're just coming at us from all angles and all sides. There may be physical locations, as I said, that we are drawn to, that have ascension codes for us, that we are meant to integrate at this time. And we may travel to these places physically or in the astral realms and the dream time, similar to the way that we may be interacting with our twin flame or our divine counterpart energy. If we do it in the physical, it's going to be that much more powerful, but that is not to say that it is not powerful in the astral as well. So however this is happening right now is the perfect way that it's happening for you. We are also going to be drawn to any souls that we have contracts with in this lifetime that are meant to aid our spiritual evolution and our ascension process. Because like we said, this energy is like a super highway, aligning us with that most organic timeline. So pay attention to who and what you're being drawn to. Pay attention to who's coming into your reality. 6, when flipped upside down, is the number 9. And the number 9 represents the energy of closures, endings, and mastery. So when we're looking at 6, this is leading us to the circumstances and the unfinished business that we still have something to learn from, that we still have something to glean, so that we can ultimately get to that place of mastery and completion represented by the number 9. So we may have people from the past coming back into our reality, or just making their presence known because there's something that we are meant to gain or understand from that connection. Some of us, I'm feeling, may also have new people coming into our lives that are giving us an opportunity to practice the thing that we learned from the people and the situations in our past. We always say on here, wisdom is applied knowledge. And so we're getting that opportunity to really showcase and step into our wisdom. Another thing that's really fascinating about this new moon is the fact that Venus, the sun, and the moon are being squared by Saturn in Pisces. And this is a really intense, powerful energy here that we are experiencing. And I did a whole video on Saturn in Pisces that I will link at the end of this video. So if you watch this video to its entirety, you'll be able to just click on the little link and go right to that video. Because this is a really deep and complex energy. But some of the highlights that were coming through that are significant in relation to this new moon have to do with these themes of taking responsibility for our energy. They have to do with these themes of the karmic closures and completions, the lessons that Saturn in Pisces is here to really finalize for us. And Saturn's going to be in Pisces until 2026. So we're going to be feeling this transit for a while, but it's really making itself known. There's a point of accountability here as it squares the new moon. This is also asking us to blend and balance spirituality and practicality, to really take all of that beautiful idealism and channel it into physical form. The physical form represented, of course, by Saturn, and the idealism represented by Pisces. Something that I found really fascinating. And I was writing this out in an email for my email people earlier today, was the fact that Saturn, before the outer planets were discovered, was considered the barrier between the known universe and the unknown universe. As more planets were discovered, ultimately Neptune became that planet that represents the separation between what is known and what is unknown, what is yet to be discovered. And so I find it really interesting that Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. And so we have Saturn and Neptunian energy working together with Saturn and Pisces. And this is really encouraging us to push beyond the known boundaries of our perception, of our consciousness. So we're being asked to step into a deeper and richer understanding, to open up to, rather, a deeper and richer understanding of what it means to be a spiritual being having a human experience. Where can we allow our perceptions to widen? Where can we welcome the energy of the unknown, integrate that, and expand what is known? That's what this energy is also inviting us to do. And it is inviting us, like we said, to take responsibility for our energy and to really look at, how can I channel this spiritual energy in a productive way? How can I bring the spiritual into every aspect of my life and stop seeing the spiritual and the physical as so disconnected, right? There's usually a major disconnect with people. We talk about this all the time. That's so 3D. That's more 5D. You know, like this is lower vibe. This is higher vibe. It's like we look at the known reality and we limit ourselves in where it is that we are able and willing to see the spiritual present. And remember, every aspect of our existence is spiritual because we are spiritual beings. All right, so every single thing, nothing cannot be spiritual. And that brings me to another point in energy about this new moon, and that is the fact that it's really calling us back to understanding the law of oneness. And this is the law of the universe that teaches us that nothing is separate, that we are all one. We all come from the all, right? From that original source creator energy. The energy that created all things, that is all things. And so we are all intricately connected. And part of the heart opening activations that I'm feeling with this portal and with Venus being so prevalent here has to do with this energy of learning how to see the other as a reflection of the self and vice versa, and how to treat the other and love the other as the self. And it's interesting how we have Saturn and Pisces here as well. Saturn and Pisces is reminding us that there's a way to do that without completely melding ourselves with the other and losing the definition of self that is really important when we're working in these lower dimensions, right? Because there is so much, everybody has their own individual karma down here when we're incarnated on Earth. The 3D is the lowest dimension of communal living in the universe, right? So there's a lot of density here, people's dense karma, people's dense energies. We don't want to completely meld and merge with everyone as Pisces is wont to do, because we're just taking on a whole lot of stuff that is not ours, right? We don't want to do that, but we do want to recognize that truth, right? That overriding truth that I am you and you are me. In this dimension, in this particular experience right now, I am having an experience of me as myself and you as yourself. But I can still acknowledge the oneness and the connection that exists between us, and I can treat you as I would wish to be treated, right? This is another example of that Christ consciousness energy at work, right? Treat others as you would like to be treated. Extend that beautiful love to the self. And we're going to be noticing there's going to be a reflection here showing us when we have difficulty doing that. What is that? What within us do we have difficulty accepting and loving? And that is going to be a truth, and there may be some other harsh truths that are being revealed. Harsh, or I'm feeling surprising. Just surprising truths when it comes to our perception of reality, when it comes to our perception of ourselves, when it comes to our perception of our interactions and our relationships and connections with others, our soul contracts, the types of relationships that we've been invested in or that we've experienced. We're going to see a lot of stuff being revealed that we perhaps had missed or hadn't fully understood. And the thing to know and remember here is that with Saturn in Pisces squaring the Sun, Moon, and Venus, that Neptunian energy tends to convolute things. It tends to make things a little bit less clear. So we're gaining clarity, but we don't yet have the whole picture. So we just want to allow this energy to be, allow these truths and these new perspectives to drift up to the surface, acknowledge them, sort of play with them a little bit, I guess you could say, be curious, right? Employing that Gemini energy of curiosity, but don't do much about them just yet. Wait, there's more. It's like things are being revealed, but all has not been revealed yet. So allow for the organic unfoldment of what it is, these new perceptions and understandings that are happening here. I'm feeling there's going to be a powerful awakening with the masculine collective, and we've been talking about the divine masculine, and of course we all hold these energies within us, so this also applies to the divine masculine within ourselves, right? There's been an activation and an awakening as we've moved through 2024, and as we're coming into this new moon, we have some interesting things happening. On the 29th, we had a conjunction of Mars and Chiron in Aries, and that energy is still within range as we move toward and into the new moon, although it is further apart by the time we get to the new moon itself and the 6/6 portal. But this energy is a really powerful awakening for the masculine within each and every single one of us. A lot of those deep wounds coming to the surface for healing, a lot of the ways that the masculine energy can be distorted and end up being expressed in a toxic form. So we're working with aggression here versus assertion. We're working with these energies of competitiveness, of directness, the ways that we can use or misuse these energies, right? The different forms of these energies, all the insecurities that can come up relating to our courage and our confidence in ourselves, our ability to be effective in the world, and all the different ways that these energies, the masculine and feminine energies, interplay with each other in distorted ways and then in more divine, organic ways. And as we move through the 6/6 portal, this new moon ascension portal, there's a beautiful cleansing of these energies and a harmonization, like we said, of the masculine and feminine within us and within the collective. And so this is why we're beginning to see and understand our soul contracts and our connections on a deeper level, as well as the ways that we view our own masculine and feminine energies, because there is this beautiful clearing coming through. There's this powerful clearing of our masculine energy that allows for it to become much more in tune and harmonized with the feminine, i.e., much more intuitive, much more aware, and much more empowered as a result of this. So there's just that energy. There's so many nuances to it. I can't even put words to all of it. The way it's going to play out for each and every single one of us is going to be different, but this is going to be a major theme as we are moving through this new moon. So as we're moving through, what can we do? How can we maximize these energies? We can simply be aware, stay connected to ourselves, notice the interplay with people around us. Conversation is probably going to be a huge way that these energies are activated and unlocked within us, being that this is all happening within the sign of Gemini, the sun, the moon, and Venus, at least. Gemini is a very social sign. It is a sign that likes to interact, that likes to bounce ideas off of other people, that likes to assimilate different viewpoints and ideas and collect information and knowledge. And so when we are interacting with others, or writing as well, writing, speaking, it's going to give us more clarity. So if you can have a conversation with somebody that will bring more clarity to you, absolutely have that conversation. If you can't, have a conversation with yourself through writing. Start journaling, do some automatic writing where you write and you don't lift your pen off the paper or stop the flow of writing until you move from your conscious into your unconscious mind and begin channeling your unconscious mind, channeling your higher self. It's a really beautiful process and a really beautiful art. So maybe try working with that to sort through some of these feelings that are coming up. Make a list. Look at how is it that I can, what are my dreams and ideals? First of all, this energy is very activating. Like we said, it's very creative. And so what is the inspiration flowing through? What are your dreams? Okay, this is interesting. What are your dreams and what are your values and ideals? And how is it that those things blend and work together? And how is it that you can create a structure toward accomplishing your dreams and goals that is aligned with your ideals and is also aligned with your energetic signature? This is interesting that it's coming through here. So it's like, and what Spirit means by that is everybody has a different energetic signature. There are lots of different ways to get a snapshot of this. You can have your astrology chart read. This is a service that I offer. All my information is in the description box below. You can also just go on a site like astro.com, AstroSeek, you name it, and get I like Cafe Astrology, get a chart printed for you. There's great apps as well. Astro Matrix is a really fun one. So you can do that. You can look into your human design profile. You can look into your numerology. There's a lot of different ways, or you can just you get a sense of who you are. You know what I mean? You've lived however many years you've been alive on this earth, right? You have an idea. You could even journal about it if you don't know, but you want to create a structure that's aligned with your energetic signature. So if you are a person that works best alone, how can you facilitate that? If you are a person who works best when you have other people to bounce ideas off of, how can you facilitate that? If you are a person who needs X amount of downtime, who is productive during certain hours right? Who has certain ways that the juices, the creative juices get flowing. How is it that you can accommodate all of that? How is it that you can play to your strengths? There is this idea in business that we all have different zones of creativity. We have a zone of genius, which is where we really, really excel. This is where our energy is working at its highest. We have a zone of confidence where we're really good at things, even if they're not the things that we're most passionate about. We have a zone of competence, which is where, like, if we work hard enough at something, we can get it done, but we're not exactly the greatest at it. And then there's a zone beyond that. I jokingly call it my zone of incompetence, but it's just the stuff that we're not really aligned towards. So where is it that you can maximize your zones of genius and your zones of confidence, and then sort of minimize or find assistance with the things that you're not as good at? This is another way of working with your energetic signature. So play to these strengths, play to your strengths, create a structure that's going to work for you. But Saturn in Pisces is saying, create some kind of channel, create some kind of structure for this energy. Anything else as we're working with this energy? Like I said, make sure that you are paying attention to who and what you're being drawn to. Go to those places. You will go in your dream time, even if you're not consciously aware of it, but you can meditate and consciously go to some of these places, or even consciously connect with the higher selves of some of these people and have a conversation. Like, say you're really called to have a conversation with somebody, but you don't see a way that you can do it for whatever reason in the physical. Call them into your mind. Connect, call in the energy in meditation of their higher self and have the conversation that you wish to have. Maybe you can even channel it through automatic writing. Honestly, there's so many different ways to do this. So consciously or unconsciously, we're going to be working with these energies. We are going to be experiencing these beautiful, divine, heart-opening energies as well. So just be open and allowing as best you can. For some people, this new moon is going to be a beautiful opportunity to get more vulnerable, to get more open, to allow ourselves to connect heart to heart with another soul, to allow ourselves to really be seen. For others of us, this is going to be a great opportunity to learn how to practice boundaries. Remember, there's a powerful, when we're working with the energy of love and the signatures of the love frequency, there is the energy of self-care as well, and boundaries are a really important part of self-care. So just know where you're at and work with whatever energies are necessary for you. Are you somebody who is overly open and putting themselves in situations where they're constantly getting trampled all over or hurt? Perhaps you need to work on stronger boundaries. Are you somebody who has a wall up most of the time and fears connection? Are you willing to let those walls down a little bit? Are you willing to open up your heart just a little bit more? That's what this energy is inviting us to do. It doesn't have to be anything big or anything drastic. It's just that little bit more. Where is it that you can be a little bit more open, a little bit more loving, a little bit more compassionate, a little bit braver, right? A little bit more creative, a little bit more structured, a little bit more disciplined. It's going to be so many different things for so many people. But whatever it is that you are working on right now, whoever it is that you are working with, whatever lessons it is that you are revisiting, just know and understand that everything that's happening right now is designed to activate and initiate this next level of your ascension process, your spiritual evolution. It's really, really beautiful. I'm excited for it. I hope you are all excited for it. And I will probably be doing a reading on this energy as well, a tarot oracle reading. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you want to catch that, go ahead and subscribe right now. All of you who have, I love you. I honor you. I love and honor everybody watching this still. But you guys know what I mean. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. I'm so glad that you are here. I appreciate you so much. I know that it's been since I'm putting this out, like a little over a week since I put out a video. So I haven't forgotten about you all. I appreciate you very much. If anyone's drawn to work with me one-on-one, there's information to do that in the description box below. I will talk to you all soon. Much love.